Okay, guys, good morning. I'm just going to talk quickly about the Donovan situation. He's out. Um, no, he's out. Since June, he's been promising to do something to be supportive. His family had promised to do something to be supportive financially about me and the kid and just leaving me on the side of the road. Not a one of them has come through. They can't prove it because it didn't happen. And if there's any kind of, I'm sure they're doing some kind of trickery, then why don't you just email me and just say it? Oh, I remember how I sent you money. Here's proof. They won't do it. Okay, so here's this game again. It sounds like he's just setting me up to fail. Sounds like he joined in. That was his choice, that he chose his family bullshit and the cult bullshit over me and a baby. Then that is his choice. And I'm not even gonna persuade him from that because what is the point? So at that point, any of those people are unsafe for my kids to be around. It's not just that Donovan left, it's again how he left, the parallels of Abe, which I went through. There were many, many parallels. But on top of that, he fucked me over. He didn't just leave, he fucked me over. He took the bank card that we shared, which agreed only had like 140 bucks at the time, but would have helped me. Took it at the last second, even though he agreed before dropping me off to let me have that for emergency funds. Didn't. Said he would come right back after the pregnancy if that was confirmed. Didn't. That he would drop everything to be there. Didn't. Went back and forth expressing, I can't do this. I'm over it. I don't care. Just go die. Fuck children. And then, oh, I want to be there for you and the kid, and back and forth and back and forth. Oh, I'm going to be sober. Oh, I'm just going to go use. No. And I made it very clear to him, if you are not clean and sober, I will not have you active in my life. And he goes back and forth and, oh yeah, I've stopped drinking. Oh, I'm just going to go get high. You know what? No, it's a clear line that I drew. But on top of that, he had my laptop, the one that I got from UCSC, $200, already had a buyer on eBay. His family refused to send it out for me, stealing $200 from me. So they stole money. Okay, great. No one asked just to send it out. No one did it. Okay, that's not cool. So it took bank card, took my thing, my books. Candy, I guess, canceled not canceled, but is keeping the bank card, so any proceeds from the books are going to go to Candy. Right on. And also keeps it from him being able to send me funds through that card. Nice. So Candy's also robbing me and the baby. Right on. And it's excuse after excuse as to why the money hasn't come through. He says he has paycheck and paycheck. I never see any of it. Sounds like he's spending it on alcohol and cigarettes, possibly drugs. And on top of that, I asked him to write me a witness letter for my court case. I spent 50 hours on his court case. I couldn't be bothered. So just take 5 minutes to write one statement and sign it and send it. 5 minutes. If you explain to me why you can't do that. See, it's fucking me over. He's doing exactly what they want him to do. Leaving me high and dry. Now I guess he's going in through rumors of like, oh, see, she was using drugs. The WhatsApp thing is real because I noticed him siding with them. Oh, now suddenly I'm insane and the worst girlfriend he's ever had and all this stuff. Worse than Carmen. I like how that's the low. And yet I didn't stab him. I helped him out. I had his back. You all watched it. Then I got a cop car for him. I got him out of jail regardless of him bailing. Everything. Okay, so it's getting. And he's not denying that his mom was tampering with food in any way. But bleach in the salt, I mean, she even admitted that one. And sure, we both tripped out on it. The tomato reaction, her tampering with my ice cream. Okay, it's pretty weird, man. Him even admitting that her weed was laced. But it's my insanity, and that's his entire justification for leaving. Is that one thing? The thing that I've thought for many months, and suddenly that's the core, because it's all he really has. That and talking shit, which, as if his family doesn't do that. So, okay, those are his justifications for why I'm the worst ever and deserve to die on the streets, and I'm judged for, it's disgusting that you're homeless and trying to be pregnant after he left me on the street and stole my shit. And then, here's another thing. I had another book that was ready to go. All he has to do is hit publish on his Kindle. I've asked him for months to hit publish. Now it will go to Candy, so he shouldn't do it. Refuse to do it. So it's not just he left me high and dry. It's he robbed me and then is playing victim to this whole thing. So I've had it. I've given him since June. Do something other than his arrangements, his words for why something matters, which go back and forth anyway, and have been very disconnected because I think he's not clean and sober and because he's taken up with the enemy. I'm not doing this. I'm not raising my child around the enemy. He was supposed to make a choice between me and them. He chose them. Fine, go. Then you need to get the fuck away. So, and my stance, and I was very clear with this with him, if he's not there trying to protect the child in utero when it's most vulnerable, he doesn't get to just come around as a parent when it's out. And you don't just suddenly get to decide after leaving me and the baby to die on the streets. You don't suddenly get decided to be a parent when it's convenient with you. So he can he can try to prove what he wants to prove with actions, I guess, if there's a point to that. But he will, and then that's what it is. But I've made it clear to not expect to be able to just come into the child's life, and I will likely not even be in California anymore. So as far as him coming out and visiting, there's a lot of ways to get around that as well. So his actions are his own. He's accusing me of, you're only acting like this because you have a child. Damn fucking straight. Everything matters when you're protecting the life of a kid. I don't see why that's wrong. So I'm just sick of it's like basically toxic spew, and he's siding with his mother apparently. It's so disturbed, and hey man, it's your choice. I hope you two are very happy together.